Creep on in, on in, on in.
Hey YouTube,
What's up,
it is Angel and
Daryl?
this is my husband.
Yeah.
And today's video is going to be real different than the other ones that's on my video. We went to the movies. We went to the movies Friday and we saw Us. And I don't know about him, but it was not what I was expecting at all. And before y'all let anybody else tell y'all, we gonna tell y'all about this movie.
The truth.
And if it's worth y'all coins. You know, they made such a big hype about the movie Us and kept saying it was a horror movie.
Suspense, it's a difference, but we'll get to that.
It's definitely, you know, an interesting movie. From the previews, it kind of looked like it could have been like what, a Michael Myers slasher film.
The music alone is stolen from Michael Myers slasher films. The suspense, the yeah, you get that a lot in that movie.
But it's, you guys, it's not a horror film. It is more so of a suspense. Like, nothing was, I don't even watch scary movies, and I came home and slept like a baby. Like, yeah, he do. He likes scary movies. We was watching the previews because we got that kind of early because I didn't know how the seating was gonna be. And Pet Cemetery, he all about this Pet Cemetery.
Bring him back.
I'm not going to see that. But you know,
That's the original for all you folks that aren't as old as I am. We won't reveal that.
you know, so you know when it comes on, you know, it's kind of slow starting out, but they got to lead you up to, you know, how this happened. But the thing that we going back and forth with each other is like, he didn't explain enough.
Yeah, it starts off with a basic fact about
the tunnels.
Yeah, America has so many unused tunnels that's been made for old subways or whatever, which I thought was a useless fact, but that's what he used to try to tie the movie in. And you can see why he used that, because it's a fact that we just don't know. You can't prove that. Well, you probably could prove that, but I mean, who would go through the troubles and lengths to prove that, you know, there's a underground society?
Well, I mean, for him to put that in the movie, he had to have been did some type of research to come up with it. If you have not seen the movie, there are going to be some spoilers, so you might want to, you know,
spoiler alert,
leave immediately because we finna tell the movie, obviously. But so the movie comes on with, I think her name is Adelaide. She's a little girl and she's at what they at, like
Santa Monica Pier, where they shot Lost Boys, which, you know, is a cult classic.
That's where it starts off. That's how the movie starts off, is with her as a little girl. She's there with her mom and her dad. Off rip, her dad seems like a horrible parent.
Yeah, he seems like an alcoholic.
He seems like a very horrible parent.
He seems like an alcoholic that had one too many drinks before they got there.
But he won her a Thriller shirt and she put it on immediately. But before then, she has on like this, the Hands Across America shirt, which is very important in the movie, apparently.
If you were born in the 80s, the Hands Across America movement is a very big tie-in in this movie. It's basically the premise of revenge in this movie, if you really think about it.
That's a good word. It's a revenge movie.
It is. It's a very revenge movie, and you're rooting for the wrong person right off rip.
Well, okay, but so when her mom goes to the bathroom or something and leaves her with her dad, but automatically she just wanders off. Like, she ends up at a
House of Mirrors.
yeah, the little house of mirrors, and she runs into what she thought was a reflection of herself, but as you see in the previews, you know, that little preview when she choke her around the neck, that don't happen until the end of the movie. When she first see her as a viewer, you thinking, oh, you know, she just ran out and she got freaked out. But you know, when the movie starts, like, because it keeps going from what happened then to the present day.
Movie, and it's a lot of flashbacks.
Yeah, if you are going to see this movie, if you haven't seen it, you're going to see it. Pay attention to like small details, like everything, especially like if he going close up on something, because they mention Jeremiah 11:11 a lot through that movie, and you sitting up here like, what is that? And I actually looked it up. I wish I would have had it, but I looked it up. It had something to do about, you know, evil people or something. But anyway, so when she get back with her family in the car, she not talking. And her mom take her to therapy. Her mom and dad take her to therapy, and she keep mentioning that, you know, she's not her same little girl. And, you know, should have been listening then, because it should have been known that someone right about that. But you thinking, oh, she just spooked because she just saw, you know, somebody who looked exactly like her, so that's probably why she not talking no more.
But the people that live under the ground in these abandoned tunnels, from a parent, let's just rewind back for 1 second to the beginning. So when the movie does start out, it's a whole bunch of rabbits in cages.
Mm-hmm. All white and one black.
You know what I'm saying? Inside like this scientific lab or whatever. And then they show, you know, the Hands Across America commercial, and I found like it's a lot of 80s reference, but mostly I noticed in the beginning of the movie how it really tried to break down that togetherness for Hands Across America. But the premise of the movie is about being apart but connected. So it's kind of like living in today's society, where you can be a part of something but feel so disconnected, or the issue is so disingenuous to you, but yet you still a part of it. So that's one of the things I did kind of take away from it. And plus, they kind of ripped off like Michael Jackson a lot, and I loved it. The Thriller t-shirt was a big influence, and also the fact that these people call themselves the tethered. The people that the doppelgangers, that's you know, a proper phrase for them or whatever, but the doppelgangers call themselves the tethered, and it was mentioned in the movie that they had perfected cloning, but they couldn't clone a human soul.
But they never said who was doing the cloning.
Yeah, we never seen one doctor, not one scientist.
It's just like,
I want to know.
It's a underground. It's the, you know, the escalator scene when she, you know, got the little thing in her hand. She's going underground. That's where the little look like some bunkers that they had back in the 2000s. You know, when everybody was waiting for Y2K and they made some bunkers. That's what it looked like. But it's just your clones down there. There aren't any. You know, I was expecting to see some white men in some white lab coats doing these experiments, but it wasn't. It's just rabbits and clones down there.
So, fast forward a little bit now to now that you know that Adelaide is actually one of the tethered, and Red, which is her counterpart, which gets the name, I imagine, from the red jumpsuits or the orange-ish jumpsuits that they.
And when they, you know, came face to face with one another, they basically made it seem like, you know, y'all didn't live this good life up here while we down here eating raw rabbits and, you know, living y'all lives. But then again,
lesser known fact, they ate rabbits.
But my whole thing still was Jordan Peele. I feel like it was so many missing pieces, because she got down there so easily. Why they couldn't come up just as easy? Why y'all living these lives like this if ain't nobody guarding this place?
But I think what he was getting at with, as far as how the tether was living, was basically they're living underground. No one knows about it, and they don't know about a world above ground. So that's maybe why they didn't come out. But the thing that struck me really odd about this whole entire film was their want to kill. Like they had to be taught by the original Adelaide or Red to want to kill. It didn't seem like that was their nature at first, but maybe through teaching, because when she went down there and they found out she was different, the only thing different about her for real was the fact that she could talk.
And that's because she was the real
Yeah.
one, which you don't find that out until the end of the movie, but it made so much sense. And Aiden actually just told me, he was like, y'all should have known that she wasn't the real one when they was in the car and she was so offbeat.
Yeah, it was little indicators to let
That
you
she
know
wasn't
that
the
she
real
had
one.
no, you know, that Adelaide was a tether.
So basically,
And
at the end of the movie, you find out that they switched. So that whole little choking scene was really how she switched. Like she choked her out and took her place, which is why her parents couldn't get her to talk, because she couldn't talk. So she had to learn how to do all this. So she basically just took her counterpart's place and lived her whole life.
Exactly.
So that's the ending of the movie that we just.
But
and the little boy was
it's
in the like little closet, so he heard everything. So now he know everything. So now he looking at his mama sideways. It's still his mama because she the one that had
which
him.
I think that maybe the little boy has something to do with a future project, because he's weird enough by himself.
Him and his doppelganger is weird.
But let's fast forward to the confrontation scene when the family meets their doppelgangers.
The black family?
Yeah, when they were standing in the driveway.
The dad thinks he was just,
he's a very
Umbaku. He still thought he was Umbaku. He was gonna beat these folks with a bat, and they beat him with the bat.
And the funny thing about him, Umbaku was on the couch. Call him Umbaku, but that's not his name. But side note is he got Umbaku'd in his own movie. If you remember in Black Panther when the white guy was talking and they was like, yeah, that's exactly how they talk in this movie. And his doppelganger wolfed him out because he sold some wolf tickets.
Let me tell y'all. So they had like fight scenes, but the white people that they came with, they little doppelgangers wasn't trying to talk. They couldn't talk, but they wasn't even trying to attempt to talk to them. They just came in straight kill a nigga. Like they killed the twin girls first.
Super cool.
Stabbed them in the neck. They didn't bleed out. Then
I
think they killed the dad. Yeah, they killed the dad. The mom was the last.
Toughest. She was the toughest.
She was the last. She tried to get they little. I don't even know what they little thing was called. We got Google Home and Alexa and stuff. They had something else, but she was trying to get them to call the police, and they started playing "F the Police." I mean, that was the only part in the whole movie that was gruesome. Like you can tell that they killing, like, cause the dad killed his doppelganger, and you can tell it was gruesome, but they didn't show it.
It's a good movie. It's a good watch. I wouldn't spend my coins.
No, I wouldn't recommend.
You can tell that it has a societal ring of the black culture in America.
Basically, Jordan Peele is trying to tell us to get out the U.S. That's what he's trying to tell us. I don't know where he want us to go, but he's trying to tell us. He's trying to warn us something.
If I could grow a beard, I'd move to Canada and tell him I'm the new Drake.
I don't know about that, but it was not scary at all.
Nobody. That scared nobody.
And it goes off, but why are they still holding hands? How long are they gonna be holding hands? Is there gonna be a us too? Is he gonna come back and explain? Like so many unanswered questions.
I'm out. Vamoose.
Well, guys, that's pretty much the whole movie in a nutshell. For one, it's not a horror movie. It is a thriller, suspense Slasher, not horror. If you want to see a horror film, Pet Cemetery getting ready to come out. You can see that, but I'm not gonna say it was bad. On a scale of 1 to 10, I would give it a 7. So yeah, that's just a regular black couple from Alabama's thoughts on. Thank you so much for watching this video. I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.